Hello, currency collectors out there. Notice that I switched up the intro a little bit because today we're not going to be looking at coins. We're going to be looking at these banknotes. Now, regularly what I do on my channel is share with you some of my coins from my collection and tell you what to look for your very own collection. So I went to the bank, picked up 8 $100 bills on the quest for some $100 bill star notes. Now, $100 bill star notes are pretty hard to find, given two main factors. One, $100 bills aren't used too much, and two, it's hard to get them in large quantities unless you've got a big bank account. So I'm going to look through these $100 bills and get them right to the bank so that I can return them right to the bank so that I can continue to pay my bills and not bounce any checks or anything. All right. So if you're an experienced collector, you probably know to look for the serial number right up here. Now that can have some really cool information that can increase the value of a banknote, such as ladders, repeats, radars, and bookends. So a ladder would just be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A repeat would be like 111, 222, 777. A radar, also known as like a palindrome, would be the same forwards as it is backwards. Then bookends, just something on the end and something on each end that matches. Now, what you also might want to know is that symbol right there. So that's a symbol for what Federal Reserve it was intended for. So take into consideration that I live in Maine, so I would assume I'd get more notes that were from the Boston Federal Reserve. But as you'll see in this video, that's not really the case, which is pretty interesting. So there are 12 Federal Reserves out there in order, and they all have a letter designation with them right here. They start in Boston with the letter A, then go to New York, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Richmond, Atlanta, Chicago, St. Louis, Minneapolis, Kansas City, Dallas, and the last one is the letter L for San Francisco. So this one right here, E, indicates that it was originally intended for the Richmond Federal Reserve. So you'll see that letter right there, E, will also be the second letter in this series. And down here, that's a little security feature that appears on all of the notes. So another thing that you might not know to look for when looking at the serial number right here, and what I'm really going to focus on in this video, because I made some other videos about ladders, repeats, radars, and bookends, is the run number. So the run number for star notes is the amount of notes that were produced for that particular sequential series. So that actually varies quite a lot. So when they print out the note, they print out the notes on 8x4 sheets. So there are 32 banknotes on a sheet. And I was looking at the website. It's mycurrencycollection.com, and it has reference tables for how rare the different runs are. And the most rare run that I saw on there was starting with KF over here, and then 03 200 001 to up to 32,000. So KF 03 232 000. So that's just a run of 32,000, which means that there were only so 32 divided by 32,000 divided by 32 means that there are only 3,000 sheets produced. A lot more common is runs of 3.2 million. So that means there were 100,000 sheets. So that's obviously much more rare if you can get it in that specific run. That will really drive up the price of the banknote as well. So that's really what we're after if we get any star notes, because that will really jack up the price of it. All right, so let's start flipping through these. You can see that this one right here, E, indicates that it is from the Richmond, intended for the Richmond Reserve. It is part of the 2009 A series, and it's got all kinds of great security features, which I'm sure you're already well aware of. So now star note here, the next one, L, indicating that's from, B down here, indicating that it's intended for the New York Reserve. Nothing special. 666, I guess that's kind of demonic, but I don't think that's particularly rare. It also ends in 333. So I guess there are only 4 different numbers that are used in this series, but I don't think it's unfortunately too rare. L from the San Francisco, another San Francisco Reserve note. So kind of weird that I'm getting a bunch of San Francisco Reserve notes, considering I'm on the opposite coast. B, New York. I guess that's makes a lot more sense. Nothing special about that serial number. B as well. You can see someone paper clipped this. That's not taking good care of it. Nothing too special about that note. We've got an H coming from St. Louis. Nothing great there either as far as the sequential orders. G coming from Chicago. Nothing too crazy there either. All right, so we made it through those $800 bills, and we didn't get any star notes. So I'm bringing these right back to the bank, and I'll try again. Maybe I'll get some boxes of pennies or coins or nickels or something like that to look for. So the next part of this might be a little bit more interesting for you. So I've already done the research. I looked up on the charts on that currency website that I mentioned, mycurrencycollection.com, to see the run sizes. So what I'm looking for is hopefully some really small run sizes, maybe of 128,000 or 96,000. What I don't really want to see is I put a sticky note on all of them. This one right here, a run size of 3.2 million, and it's in super rough condition, so it is a star note. But it's not going to be worth face value. Now this one right here, my currency collection only gave me, it didn't go all the way back to 1963, so I don't think they have information on notes that were that early, but as you see on the sticky note that I wrote on it, 1963 star notes are selling on eBay for around $5. So I'd say that's about the price of this. It starts with a 0, which is pretty cool. It's a 63 star note. It's got some coloring to it that indicates that it's pretty well worn out. It's got some folds and some tears. So we're moving right along. So this one right here, you can see K09. Mintage of a run of 3.2 million, so nothing special about that star note. This one right here from the 95 series, F078, another mintage, another run of 3 million, so nothing special there. And I assure you that we have at least one that has a lower run than 3.2. I guess it's, obviously very common that we get a lot of these. This is from the 93 series. And this had a run of 3.2 million. So if you get one that's, 128,000, obviously that's going to be 25 times more rare than these 3.2 million ones that I'm pulling out right here. So that's what drives up the price. This is the 95 series. Had a run of 3.2 million as well. When I first started doing this and writing the runs, I didn't think I'd have so many 3.2 millions, but I did, so that's how it goes sometimes. So this one right here is a 1995. It only had a run of 1.9 million. So this one, it's got 3 zeros to start it, and it's in great shape. It's B000433318 with the star note. So it just has a smaller run than the 3.2 millions that we've been looking at. It's only 1.9 million, so that's going to be worth a little bit more as well. So this $5 note right here, I guess it makes sense that the bigger notes they get, the lower the runs are going to be. So it makes sense that this one right here, it's going to have a lower run than those $1 that I was looking at earlier. Now this one is not a star note. This one is a silver certificate. Now I've got some other videos about silver certificates, so if you're interested in learning about those, check out my channel for the silver certificate videos. So I'll wrap it up. If you enjoyed watching this video, please do check out some other videos on my channel. Get out there and look through some coins and some paper money yourself. Hopefully you have a great day. Take care, everyone. Happy holidays.